Testing. What's up? Welcome to the live stream, y'all. We was having some technical difficulties, so I had to come back. I was constantly trying to get back in. What's up? What's going on with everybody? What's up, parent of Nathan? Shout out to my mod, who is my husband. Everybody, welcome to the live. So, we're gonna be talking about something that we should be talking about, because I believe that people are going insane. What about y'all? You know, do you think that people are going insane? Because we are living in some very strange times. And there is a few videos that I actually want to react to. And I'm trying to pull up those videos right now. Oh, okay. So why don't y'all stick around, and this is gonna be very entertaining today. You know. Meanwhile, in the meantime, we're also going to be trying to help people because sometimes people just don't know. They don't know, and that's why they, you know, be all over the place in the mind. It's not easy for them like it is for us normal people. Normal people. It's not easy for these people out here that's not normal, but they think that they're normal. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't want help because you can't tell them nothing because of your age. And I talked about stuff like that before. You're young and you can't tell a older person that's like 20 years older than you nothing. They don't want to hear that. People that's 10 years older than you don't even want to hear that. And honestly, people around my age don't even want to hear that. You know? Um, you said disrespectful comments. Yes, yes, yes. Yep, just keep the peace. That's all we ask. Just keep the damn peace. Yeah, you can't tell nobody nothing nowadays, man. You can't tell nobody nothing. So I want to react to these videos, like I said, and I want to start off with actually. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Let me see. Is it on here? I want to go to the ones. I want to start off with the ones where people was crashing out and stuff like that, you know, about not being able to work. You got people crashing out about grocery shopping and stuff like that. And people are just losing their minds. See, people get too comfortable. They get way too comfortable with society to the point where they believe that everything is going to stay the same. That's what they believe. So when things change, people do too. You feel me? Things change and people do too. And they start going, a little they start getting to the point where they start um falling off, you know? Cuz if you think about it, when they got their job and they got their money and they got everything that they need and the bills is paid, they all good, right? But if they can't do one of those things or one of the other, then they just, some ain't clicking right up there. Now they're going a little crazy. So I'm trying to go to the video. So y'all bear with me because I thought I had it saved. Don't worry, we got other videos saved anyway. It's just this specific one. You said they are so lost in the journey, all they care about is the destination. Yeah. They don't want to live their own life. They want to live their life according to someone else's, or someone else telling them what to do. This is exactly why people do what people tell them to do. They literally do. You know, people love to be bossed around and stuff, but they act like they don't. Because if you're trying to get them some advice, then you can't tell them nothing. They don't want to hear that. But when the government is telling them to do something, then they bow down, they abide. You know, they see a trend or something like that on social media, then they trying to follow that trend. Straight up. What up, Mr. Carter? Jane, what's going on? Rajesh, what's going on? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live. Let's get started. Glad you caught the live, Mr. Carter, and everybody else. You know, um, but we gotta, man, we gotta pull up these videos because this is exactly what's going on in the world, and a lot of people, they can't take the pressure of not being able to have a job. I'm trying to look for the other video, but it looks like we're gonna have to just react to the one that um my husband reacted to earlier. So make sure y'all hitting that like button too for us. All right, we just gonna have to react to this one that we were that my husband reacted to earlier. Shout out to him. Your hair, but gloss about it. Maybe new short. Yep. Shout out to Mr. Carter, man. Like, I'm actually gonna scream. All right, y'all. You said watch your mouth. What? Am I missing something? So, okay. This video is called Young People Crashing Out Over Their Jobs. Shout out to this content creator named Tell 'em Boy 2.0. Do not want to take any of his credit. So here we go. And oh, by the way, I'm gonna be pausing this video off and on. So yeah, that part. Let's go. I'm so frustrated right now. Sit down and listen to my story today about work. So I'm just sitting here being fucked over and over. And I can't do anything about it because I need a job. I need to rant.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host,
Let's go
Boy.
ahead and
So
try to
the current
fast
job
forward.
market is funny.
Right.
People who don't have jobs are complaining because they can't find one.
Story today about work. First off, this probably has something to do with it, but I don't care. I had school last night until 9:45. I got home at 10:30. I'm a commuter, and I had work at 7 in the morning, so went to sleep around 11. Woke up at 6 to drive to work because, like I said, I'm a commuter and it's far. It's not super far, but for some people, they consider it far. My shift today was 7 to 3, and I guess today we decided to do this thing where if you place a mobile order, whether you're inside. Mr. Carter, how long you intend on being here? Because I can make you a mod for right now if you okay with that. It looks like, what's up, Sleepy? Welcome to the live. It looks like my husband is asking for a little help. If y'all okay with that, I don't know. Do I got that right? Or drive through or dining in, whatever, you get a free ice cream. And why is that a problem, you might ask? Well, because this promotion is lasting all day. So you are
already know the peak times when my store gets busy, it's going to be like crazy. But you know what? Like, I'm used to it. You know, we have all these schools by my job. It always gets crowded anyways. What's a little more extra chaos? You know, that's not what was like bothering me about it. Everything was fine until later on in the day. I was up front taking orders pretty much my whole shift. So I'm tired. I'm standing in the same place because I'm the main register, and like my manager told me, don't move, like, you know, like, stay here, you know, you need to be the main person, don't go to the drive-thru, don't go do anything, I need to stay up front. My feet were killing me. I'm obviously being on my feet 8 hours, I'm not complaining about that. I obviously love working, I love making money, but in the scenario of me being tired and, you know, not having the best shoes, you know, all that stuff, because you got to use their shoes, I just was tired, and yeah, I was probably more irritable. But you know what, I'm getting through it. I'm still nice to people.
Wait a minute. She just said that she was a little irritable. So evidently, you are what you attract, right? If you having trouble with customers, it is because they're irritated and they can see that you're irritated as well. There you go. There you go. Then you talking about your feet hurt, but you just said that you wasn't complaining at the same time.
I'm not like treating people any differently than I normally would. So these three geriatric I don't even know if I'm allowed to cuss, but whatever. These three old people come up and all they ordered was ice cream. That's fine. They weren't doing the free ice cream thing because they didn't have a mobile order. They were all doing separate orders and they all got ice cream cups or cones or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm not making it because, like I said, I can't fucking move. So I give them the receipts. They're waiting up by the front, you know.
She said that she's not making it. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's rewind the tape, because did she just say that she's not making it? Hold on. Let me see.
For their cones, it was so because they didn't have a mobile order. And all they ordered was ice cream. That's fine. They weren't doing the free ice cream thing because they didn't have a mobile order. They were all doing separate orders and they all got ice cream cups or cones or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm not making it because, like I said, I can't fucking move.
She said, I'm not making it because, like I said, I can't fucking move. Well, maybe she didn't tell them I can't fucking move, but she's telling us that she can't fucking move. But she just blatantly told them she's not making it. So what are we doing here?
So I give them the receipts. They're waiting up by the front, you know, for their cones. It was only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Maybe that's a lot of time for an ice cream cone. I personally don't think it's that bad because we have 4 minutes to get out every order. But I guess for just an ice cream cone, 4 minutes is a little crazy. But mind you, we have this promotion, so the ice cream machine is constantly being used. There's a whole line of people waiting to use the ice cream machine. So, you know, give me a little bit of grace. So, I'm taking somebody's order, and when I'm done with their order, mind you, it's like now at this point, I see them like looking. So I look at like their ticket to see if anybody bumped it, and it says 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
You said she got too much going on. 50 earrings, lashes, different size eyebrows. Can't trust her. I mean, I'm trying to see, like, how old is she? She looks like she's about 19, you know, maybe even 21.
One of the girls saw me look at her, and she goes, are ice cream cones?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Yeah,
Just by thinking.
It sounds to me like she basically told them, I'm not fucking making it. So,
fuck you. I'm tired. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. I get it. They didn't know about the whole ice cream thing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give them attitude. I don't give anybody attitude anyways. Okay, I'm not going to risk.
You sure? Because irritated people can see irritated people from a mile away. And it sounds like in the very beginning of this video, you stated that you were irritated.
It's my job for that. So I tell her, I'm like, I'll go check on that for you. I'm sorry.
You're risking your job when you walking around your job looking irritated, you know, because your freaking feet hurt.
This is exactly what I said. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go check on that right now for you. Sorry if it took a little long. We have this.
I'm sorry, but a lot of people would probably get upset with me for not agreeing with this girl and her ranting about her job and complaining about her job that she really doesn't have to be at, that she could have clocked out of because her feet hurt, but she decided to stay there and complain more. Okay? So that's the thing that I don't understand about people. They work these jobs and then they start complaining on the job. Well, shit, it is optional and you know that you can clock out at any given second, you know? She says she's not gonna make it, you know? Right. Why you ain't just call the ambulance or something? Why you ain't just tell them that your feet are so sore that you need to go ahead and you need to go home so you can rest your feet? You know, if your job has a problem with that, you know you can quit, right? Or maybe you know you can, if you still want the job, you can go to the higher ups and complain to them about it. Just saying. You know, you are not obligated to do anything. Y'all do not have to work these jobs and be in pain and stuff like that. If you want to go home so bad, clock out. What they gonna do to you? Oh, I'm sorry. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. People force themselves to continue to stay on the job because they are afraid to go broke. They don't want to not have any money in their accounts, you know? Or, you know, exactly when people are probably going to pop in here and say, well, how are we going to pay our bills? Well, shit, you want to risk your sanity at a job that you hate so much because your dogs is barking.
Promotion today where if you place a mobile order, you get a free ice cream cone. So the machine's been going nonstop and it's been like pretty busy. And she literally looks at me and goes, like, I get it. I get that you don't have to care. I understand that. But it's like, you couldn't give me a little bit of grace. You couldn't have the kindness of your heart to be like, oh, no worries. Like, I get it. I was just making sure nobody forgot about it. Whatever. You couldn't do that. I get it if your order was like past like 4 or 5 minutes. Okay. You know, whatever. You couldn't. You needed to make sure that you were to show that you were upset by going. Like, it was literally given because she went like this and then turned around, so I couldn't even like say anything or whatever. And then I told everybody in the drive-thru what happened and told them, just give them the cones because I'm not talking to you anymore. Like, I was so done standing in the same spot for like 5 hours, taking orders back to back. Like, my throat hurt.
Pause. All right, now let's go back to the beginning because in the beginning she stated that, you know, she's not complaining about standing up on her feet, but now she's complaining about standing up on her feet. You feel me? And then these complaints is more so around her feet. It's her feet, guys. It's not the people, it's her feet. So her feet is hurting her so bad that she becomes so irritated that the customers start seeing that she's irritated because the majority of the customers were already irritated or irritating her. Man,
So much from talking. I'm not doing it anymore. I wanted to cry. I literally wanted to cry. If I had lost my job, it would be me crashing out right now because though I wanted to go off so bad, but I'm not going to do that. I'm keeping it professional.
I have never met such miserable, rude ass people than being in the workforce as an adult. It is just so baffling to me that people act like this. Like, I'm a big believer in if you're gonna be mean, you better stand on it because you can't be a victim too. Like, I have this coworker that has this really ugly nickname for my other coworker, and it's just about making fun of her physical appearance. However, if someone were to make fun of her, let's not talk about it.
There is nothing
because people are narcissists. Let's not talk about it.
more degrading as a fast food employee than when somebody comes in, starts their order, and is on their phone the whole time, either talking to one of their friends or scrolling on Instagram.
Not gonna lie, she right. I ain't gonna lie. Because I used to work at Wendy's and oh my God, people were literally on their phones and I'm talking to them and they can't understand what I'm saying because they're too busy on the phone talking while I'm talking. I'm sorry. What was that? What is it that you wanted, ma'am? You said a large fry. Hold on, I'm on the phone. Well, aren't you placing an order? No, not a large fry. Wait, give me 1 second. Like, get off the phone before you place the damn order.
It sucks because you don't even make eye contact with me. I don't even feel like a fucking human being when you do that. Like, I will take these people's order, be like, hey, what kind of cheese do you want? And they're like, oh, no, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I don't have 1 second. There's a line of people.
God damn, hold on. Wait. That's how you know I was busy early because I really did not pay attention to this psycho. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Okay, so Subway, man, Subway. You look, do y'all do mental health evaluations before y'all hire these people?
Behind you. Order your food. Order it. This call can wait. I know it can. I know it can wait.
Okay, at that point, all right, I know people be tweaking or whatnot, but maybe we got to move on to the next customer, because this sound like she was a ticking time bomb. She was ready to crash out. So I'm trying to see, did you quit your job or you just ranting? Because it's going to be a lot more customers that do that to you.
Let's bring back basic manners. Let's bring back being a decent person. So I'm just sitting here.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know where she from, but is she nearby any mental health hospitals? I'm sure she might need that. Nah, you know what? I take that back. She needs prayer. Is she nearby any local churches in her community? Because she needs it. You said they be out here walking in the streets of Chicago in their phones. Remember, we seen dude reading a newspaper. Bruh, what the hell is wrong with the people? This dude is literally walking across a bridge reading a newspaper while there's ongoing traffic, and he don't got his head up. He got his head in a newspaper. How you do that? I can't read no magazine, no newspaper. I can't read a book while walking, but I know one thing, I could sit down and read a book or a newspaper. Not walk though. Like, huh? Especially in the streets of dangerous ass Chicago, bro. You crazy. Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, she said she in Subway making devil submarines full on with the extra evil sauce. For real. Facts. Because I'm sure everyone's food that she touches, matter of fact, the same person that she was talking about that was on the phone, when they got home, I'm pretty sure they just start randomly snapping out and not even realizing I'm snapping out, I'm spazzing, not even knowing what they spazzing about. It's because the person who actually made your food, they really hate you. This woman hates you so much for even being on the phone. And yeah, it's wrong. You shouldn't be on the phone while you're trying to place an order. Maybe put them on hold if it's that important of a call. But, man, that lady hates you for being on the phone, bro. And she fixed your food. And she's ranting about you online. And it's viral. I don't know if you needed an exorcism that night yourself, after you ate that food. But I just want to, pray for y'all. For real.
Here, being fucked over and over.
Wait a minute.
Do you want this recipe and more?
Let me
Imagine
know.
pulling a
Is
warm,
this the chick
moist
that
banana bread.
Let me know. Is this the chick that was ranting for almost a whole hour? Cause if it is, we out of here. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back. Yep.
Think about it because I need a job. I need to rant. I need to rant
She needs to
because I
rant.
am shaking and seething with fucking rage as I'm leaving work. Pray to God no one from my job sees this. I'm so grateful that I have a job, okay? Just want to start with that. I'm grateful that I have a job that allows me to pay a portion of my bills. And when I say a portion, I mean I get a $600 paycheck after 2 weeks. So
What's wrong with that?
you can put the fucking dots together of how much I make. I've been at this company for 3 years. 3 fucking years. It's a small design studio, but we service the biggest 5-star hotel here. We do events and florals and shit like that. So it's like a flower and event design studio. It's small in terms of the staff, and it's one of those places where the staff is mostly family or people who have known each other for years.
First of all, she says she gets a $600 check every 2 weeks. Okay, I'm not sure if you got any kids or if you're a single woman, but you're getting $1,200 a month. I'm gonna just say this: I understand that everything is expensive in this world, and I heard that you said that you want to pray to God that your coworkers don't see that. But if you believe in God and you do have faith, you would have faith that that $1,200 a month would pretty much get you through. Okay, I understand everything is expensive out here and stuff like that, but people be complaining, and at least you get a check. It's people out here that don't get nothing. They have $0 monthly, weekly. They're just trying to survive. And y'all people be having jobs and stuff, still complaining, but you're still there. So evidently you like the job. You love it because you're still there.
Years, went to school with each other, whatever. It's like that. So they hired two more people to do my job because they're family. Because they're family. It's 2 fucking boys. One is the son of a designer, and the other is the nephew of the designer. Sweet people. Such nice people. Working with them, fucking hell. Especially one of them, the younger one. Because the only reason he has a job in general at all is because he is family. He is quite literally the worst coworker I have ever met, and I didn't even think it was as fucking possible to get worse than what I have already dealt with in the past. It's to the point where I have to follow him around all day long and either finish the tasks that he was given because he doesn't finish it because he's too busy talking to his fucking cousin. And no one says it.
So you ranting about your job and the coworkers on your job and the fact that they were easily given the job because they're related to someone that you work with. I'm trying to understand you here. Do you want to quit this job, or are you just ranting about what goes on at the job? But honestly, if I had to rant about what goes on at a job, I'm definitely not going to be there anymore because it seems like there's a serious problem and it's not getting addressed because I have to come to the internet to talk about it. So, you sure you want to keep the job?
Anything about it. No one. He is so lazy to the point. It's weaponized incompetence. I have to tell him something and he's like, oh, really? Yeah. Like, he's putting something back. That, first of all, that's my job. He's going through stuff from events that came back, counting it, and putting it back on the shelf. That's my job. My manager gives my job to them, cuts my...
Now, like I said earlier, my husband had reacted to the same video, but there was something that he had pointed out in this video, which is this vehicle that's been behind her, trailing her for a minute. This vehicle right here, this red Ford Escape or whatever vehicle that is actually been trailing her for a minute while she's ranting about her job in the video, whether she's live or not. But aren't you supposed to be driving? Your focus is in the camera, ma'am, not on the road. Meanwhile, while you're talking, there's a car behind you and it's following you. It's following you. And you don't even realize it. This is how unaware society is, and that's another video we're gonna react to. And that's a video that I did about the unawareness in society.
Hours. And so I'm only working 3 days a week instead of 4 because they're taking my hours. And at the end of the day, events have to be taken down. So it's called striking. You strike an event, you take it down. And of course, these are pretty late. These are like after 9 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m., all that. And so of course they pay extra because it's no one wants to work at fucking midnight and like do this bullshit. Except for me, I'm someone who, like, I'm a night owl. I like doing that stuff. I like going to the events. It's not even just because of the extra pay. I genuinely do enjoy being there and doing the work.
And that's what's up. That's what's up. Because there's a lot of people out here that literally hate their job so much, but they still choose to go there every day. They signed up for it because they acted like they had a passion for it, but they no longer do because they hate it, because they hate the people that they work with. They hate the work that they have to do. So now they lost their passion and they just full of hate on the job. Get up every day full of hate, irritated. You irritated because you allow yourself to be irritated and you giving too many people that much power over you because you're thinking about the people, thinking about the job. You know, you allowing them to have way too much power over you to the point where you're making yourself irritated. But that's what's up. The fact that she love her job and she love what she does and she enjoys it, that's good. You know. But now the biggest question is, do you want to quit this job? Do you want to quit this job or do you want to keep this job?
But the extra pay does help. And since I already got 2 days taken off my pay.
Yeah, see, there we go. There we go. But you know what? I'm gonna let it keep going.
Paycheck because of we can't afford the hours, we can't afford labor, even though their actions, that doesn't make sense because they took back a designer that quit and now she's working full-time again, so now they have 5 designers instead of just 4, but suddenly they can't afford to pay me for 4 days a week, they now only can pay me for 3.
It kind of sounds like there is a little, you know, jealousy towards her coworkers,
And I found out
and I just want to say this. It sounds like she has a little, I don't know, jealousy towards her coworkers, or maybe not. Maybe she can just be feeling like she's being treated unfair. You know, she's being treated unfair. She's been on the job for 3 years, and there's other people that's getting hired there that gets more than what she gets, and she's upset about it. But the thing is, why are you ranting online about it instead of going to corporate if you still want to keep your job?
that they gave my hours to the boys, to the fucking family members. And they've not been giving me strikes. That's the whole issue. That's not the. That's the reason I'm making this. That's the reason I'm fucking shaking right now. Because
the reason why you're fucking shaking. Hold on, let's go back. Hold on, let's run that back because I need to understand why is she shaking. You said how you mad because you forced yourself into a sick world and or establishment and complain. Exactly. But see, now we got to figure out why she's shaking because she said she's shaking right now.
Giving me strikes. That's the whole issue. That's not the
okay.
Working full time again, so now they have 5 designers instead of just 4. But suddenly they can't afford to pay me for 4 days a week. They now only can pay me for 3. And I found out that they gave my hours to the boys, to the fucking family members. And they've not been giving me strikes. That's the whole issue. That's not the. That's the reason I'm making this. That's the reason I'm fucking shaking right now.
So the reason why you're fucking shaking is because you're allowing your job and the things that they do towards you and the privileges that other people get on your job that you don't get because you don't. I'm not sure if you have enough, courage to complain to them or not, but the reason why you're shaking is because the issue did not get addressed with management, with upper management. You were not able to address that. You were not able to get out your feelings to upper management. Okay. That's why you making this video right now, because you need someone to listen to you instead of going to upper management so that they can listen to you. And maybe not. They're probably not going to listen to you. They might fire you if you come to them with complaints.
Because I expressed how I would appreciate it to have a strike once a paycheck, once a week, and events happen a lot. So like a lot of the time we need strikes most of the days of the week.
Now, mad y'all, she's so hot and bothered, right? I just want to let y'all know, ma'am, your ears is red because your blood pressure is, when you said that you're shaking, your adrenaline is rushing, your blood pressure is going up, and now your ears is turning red because you are on fire. Do you really think you want to stay in that type of establishment? This is exactly what the hell I be talking about when I be saying like people are, they put a job before they mental health, spiritual health, physical health, you know, and it's just like you putting yourself at risk overall, working these jobs that got you so hot and bothered though.
And so I have not been given strikes, even though my hours have been cut, and I specifically asked, can I just have at least one strike a week to help supplement the pay that I'm being cut? My manager literally ignored that because it was over text. She told me my hours were getting cut and then told me I wasn't getting them back. And so I asked, okay, am I still going to be considered for strikes? Ignored it. Completely ignored it. And so last week there were a couple strikes and my manager was gone. But I heard them talking about it, the people up front. So I went up there trying
Hold on, exactly what you said. You said, I was finna say your blood pressure is high, which means technically you can have a heart attack. Not worth life. Fuck that job. Exactly. That's it. That's the whole thing I be trying to explain to people. When I try to do these live streams about these jobs and stuff, I just be simply trying to get people to understand that you are not obligated to work a job that pisses you off every day of your life. You putting your own self at risk. You do know that, God forbid, but people do die from stress, because when your blood pressure is skyrocketing because you're irritated, you angry, you hot and bothered, that is stress that you're putting on yourself. When you go into a job every day, you get yourself in a car, you get up, matter of fact, you get up out the bed and you already irritated because it's like, man, I got to go to this job that I hate so much. The fact that they're doing this to me, they cutting my hours, they cutting my pay, they giving my hours to other people. I hate this job. So now you going to work and you already stressed out. You irritated. You trying to put forth your best. You trying to put your best foot forward, but whole time it's still not working. They're still not satisfied with you. If they hired you on because they believed that you were a great worker, they believed that you were good for their company. Why is it that they don't think that you're good for their company anymore? Because evidently they don't want you there. If they fire you, they know that you'll be able to get unemployment. So they just want you to quit. So what are you going to do? Are you going to quit or are you going to stay? If you stay, that means that you're going to have to complain. If you quit, that means that you're not going to get any unemployment. That's exactly what that means, because I know that you're not going to want to go without a paycheck. Because a lot of people can't go without a paycheck. They can't stand to see their bank account say $0. They can't. You said, and stress causes and magnifies all disease. Man, listen, I was under so much stress one time that I'm telling you, I was in the hospital for 3 days because my blood pressure was skyrocket. I'm telling you, it was so high that my veins blew. I was passing out, like going in and out of consciousness while I was in the hospital. Like, stress will do that to you. My neck was hurting so bad that not any amount of medications, pain meds can help me. Nothing was able to help me because it was internal. It's like, you know, and they know that, and that's why they try to tell you to calm down when they ask you, have you been under any stress when you go to the doctor, when you go to the hospital. They can tell when your blood pressure is high. It's either that or you ain't been eating right. But you gotta be more careful with having these jobs that do stuff like this to you, because you just, off of ranting, I'm sure that you are a ticking time bomb, you know? And people like this that get treated wrong on the job when they do no harm to anybody, or they say that they don't do any harm to anybody, these people be ticking time bombs, ready to crash out at any given second. And this is exactly what we're dealing with in this crazy world. A bunch of ticking time bombs, people that just can't take the pressure at all. At all. They don't like nobody telling them what to do. They feel like they can't take advice because that'll be telling them what to do. It's too much like right. He said, didn't know that. Learn something new every day. Most folks don't know. They basically justifying self-neglect doing what she is doing. Exactly.
Myself a strike since I'm not being offered them. I'm deliberately being pushed to the side. It feels like a retaliatory. What's the
retaliatory
word? Retaliatory action. It feels like they're trying to make me quit so that I don't get fired, so that I can't claim unemployment. Like, it feels like they're trying to just. It's like when your boyfriend is just really mean to you because he doesn't want to break up with you and be the bad guy. He wants you to leave him, so then you're the bad guy. Yep. That's what it feels like, but my fucking job. I'm a great employee.
Look, I just want to remind you, I was not even I was so busy that I was not even listening to her say all of this.
I'm not
so I just took a wild guess, you know what I'm saying, about the unemployment situation.
Perfect, but I am aware that I am amazing at my job. I am so good at my job. This job, quite literally, is like the perfect job for me.
So what? Okay, what are you saying? Are you saying you still gonna stay and deal with putting yourself, put yourself under a lot of stress every day of your life? Is that what you're saying? See, this is exactly what I be talking about. And then people start making excuses when you start telling them, man, just quit the damn job. And it's like, no, it's not that easy. How is it not? Is someone holding you at gunpoint, telling you to keep your job? Is your life on the line? Is somebody telling you that you better keep your job or they're going to hurt you, harm you? Because how is it not easy to just walk away from something that is putting you under so much stress? How?
So organized. I keep track of everything. I'm very detailed. I am good at my job.
And that's good. That is amazing. That is exactly why you need to go somewhere else where they, will look at you as an amazing worker and they will not treat you wrong or any different. They would appreciate the work that you do for their company. So this is not the only company for you, unless that's what you think.
And I am being pushed out and denied opportunities and straight up ignored from my manager asking about these. So I went. Sorry, this is a very long video, and I understand if no one watches this. I just need to vocalize this because I'm going insane.
Oh my God. There we go. There it goes. She said it. Hold on. Let's rewind.
Video, and I understand if no one watches this. I just need to vocalize this because I'm going insane.
Let's run it back one more time.
Long video, and I understand if no one watches this. I just need to vocalize this because I'm going insane.
She's going insane. This is exactly what I be talking about. These jobs will break your body down, and you're allowing it to do that, and you're allowing it to make you go insane.
Been with this company for 3 years. I go up last week trying to get myself a strike. I got put down for a strike on Wednesday with 2 of my other coworkers, and then a strike on Saturday night with a different 2 coworkers. I come in the next day, and my name has been erased. Granted, the other 2 people's names have also been erased. So I asked them, hey, our names are gone. what's going on with that? They tell me my manager said that no one needs to strike it, that the warehouse guys that do the whole big sets and everything are going to strike it and not us. Cool, fine. I knew in the back of my head the amount of stuff that I sent for that event, there's no way the guys are going to touch that. There's no way the warehouse people are going to touch that. We are always going to.
You know what, Sleepy? I just want to appreciate you for putting that in the live stream, to give us a little bit of knowledge or whatnot. That's new to me as well. I did believe that stress does. So if stress can cause pain in your body and headaches, I used to feel like stress can cause you to have um, what is it? I thought that stress can allow you to have a sinus infection or just overall get sick or just it I can't say that because I remember a long time ago I was so stressed out that I just came down with the flu. And I started feeling like I was coming down with the flu out of being sad all the time and stressed out, you know? Cause I don't never get sick. I rarely get sick. So yeah, I appreciate you for putting that in the stream to give some knowledge to some people. Yeah, hopefully people wake up one day and they understand that you can't put yourself in these type of positions because this is exactly how you can become, you know? Sitting in front of a camera ranting on social media about how you feel about your job that now you hate so much because you're being treated differently. And a lot of people don't have the courage enough to go to their supervisors or, people that's over them to let them know how they feel. And this is exactly why people crash out because they can't get it off of them. They can't get it off their chest. They can't just shake the fact that somebody just did them wrong and they didn't have an opportunity to address them because they had no courage to do it.
To do that. So what do I hear today? I hear that another one of my coworkers says, "Yeah, me and this other person struck this event." Okay, so I went up to the other person. I said, "So you know that event that I was told I don't need to be on anymore because no one needs to strike it? Did you and this person strike it?" And she was like, "Yeah, but it was a last minute thing. I have a phone. You can text me. I've been texted an hour before a strike before asking if I can cover by that same person."
Imagine bringing your side project to life.
Yeah,
Just by
the
thinking
whole thing in a nutshell with that video, and I'm gonna exit out of that specific video and go to another one, even though it was like 5 minutes left on it. I just want to say, like, I mean, pretty much that is a prime example of exactly what I be talking about. Stop putting yourself in positions that you don't want to be in, that you wouldn't even want to see your mother in, your father in, that you love so much. Y'all care about other people, but you don't care about yourself. You don't care about your own well-being at all. And you force yourself to work a job that that you don't want to be at. So yeah, one of these videos, let me go to it, okay? Let me flip the camera until I can find the video. You said researches sugar and stress on the body. Facts, okay. You said this is coming from a strong woman who has 3 jobs. Life has its own plans, is what my wife learned, and she is here cooking. Yes, facts. 3 jobs that I ain't worked in, 6-7 months, because those jobs broke my vehicle down to the point where I'm not about to put my vehicle in another situation working one of these jobs that's not going to contribute to, like, the money that I was getting was not helping to fix the vehicle, it was doing the bare minimum. So I said, and then on top of that, too much pressure. These jobs, they put too much on you. Real talk. They start giving you extra stuff. And it's like, oh no, I ain't finna do that. I'm not about to do that. And I don't have to. That's the thing. So if you want to fire me because I haven't been there in what 6, 7 months, go right ahead. It is what it is. And by the way, these were jobs that I can work whenever I want to work. That's the thing. Whenever I want to work, and evidently, if it's put in, if it was put in a vehicle in a situation that I didn't want the vehicle to be in, I ain't doing it. I ain't about to keep doing it because they don't offer certain things like working these jobs, man. They don't have certain benefits for you. It's like you working for the company and it's not benefiting you at all. I do know some companies out here that actually have great benefits. Real talk. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I remember a company from a long time ago that will make sure that you get a overall check on your vehicle. But nah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna put myself in a situation that I don't have to be in, that I don't want to be in, and most importantly, the only vehicle that I do have. No. It took me so many times to realize, I'm gonna be honest with you, it took my vehicle to keep breaking down on me so many times for me to finally realize it's only wear and tear because of the job that I'm doing. Putting more miles on the car, stuff like that. It's only wear and tear because of that. And the economy in today's time and how expensive these mechanic shops is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. So you don't have to do something that you don't want to do. Real talk. And people will say, oh, all you got to do is rent a car, where shit, renting a car is expensive. That's extremely expensive. To try to do, what you got to do or whatnot, renting a car is even more expensive. And you might as well take that money that you're gonna rent the car for the car to fix your car. Cause when you rent a car, right, and you keep renting the car and you getting paid or whatever for the job that money is going to the rental. And then you left pretty much with the bare minimum, for your own damn self. You gotta put gas in those rentals as well. So okay, let's go to the video before I just start talking about me way too much. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Let's go. Library. Yeah, people they keep putting themselves in these situations that they don't have to be in. And it's a shame. It's a crying shame. And people be crying, they really be crying out for help. And this is exactly why they come to um this is exactly why they bring all their problems to the internet. So there's another one that I want to. Damn, I thought I had saved that one too. Okay, y'all, bear with me. Because there was another one that we reacted to earlier about inflation or whatnot, and then people was just crashing out about that. But the thing that I don't understand is the fact that people are literally spending their money on any and everything. Then they turn around and they crash out. That's what I don't get. This one lady said that she bought a bottle of ketchup for $9. A bottle of ketchup was $9.
For a think tank.
Okay, y'all. Give me a second. Let me go to the video. Shout out to this content creator as well. His name is Afro think tank futurism, and I don't want to take any credit for his videos that he's posted.
What the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job.
Hold on. Oh. All right. Hold on.
Tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out. What the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we got to get the money to pay the bills that they say is important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free. Why the fuck did we pay for lights? Boy, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this. That's just the way it is bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big ass fucking plantation, man. A big ass fucking plantation. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. And
People be suicidal as hell. Now I'm gonna be 1000 with you. He is 100% correct. This is exactly what I be talking about in these live streams. Exactly what he's talking about. Pretty much. God did give us this food here for free. They're making us pay for it. Okay. And just like you said, yeah, people be feeling like that's just the way it is, but no, it's the way that they created it. This is their system, and they're only doing it for money.
I'm not saying I want to unalive myself and nothing like that.
Hold on now, you sure? Because you just said that there's days that you don't want to be here on this earth, but okay, I'm listening.
But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the?
You tired. Usually when people say that they're tired, they are ready to go off of the face of this earth. And you have said it already 2 times, but I'm listening.
The fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we're 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50.
That is, the power within the tongue. I'm gonna just say that. That's the power. It sounds like you are just ready to go, bro. It sounds like you look like you about 40 something, knocking on 50. It sounds like you are just ready to go.
Well, we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to.
Hey, he is right. He is right. And you know what? He might be too angry about it because when me and my husband when we finally woke up, this is exactly how we started talking too. But it was just more so like oh, I get it. This is the whole thing in a nutshell. This is wow. This is what they want. Why do they want us to be their personal slaves? Like, why? Why is it all about the money, bro? Everything is about the damn money, the almighty dollar. That's all it's about. And they don't care who lives they ruin behind it or nothing. They don't care. He's more so angry, crash out mode. And a lot of people that start waking up to the ways of the system and how the system has been, they start crashing out. He said, I am cheap, but when I see bags of chips for $6, $7, and $8 at Walmart, I said, I'm done. On my life, Sleepy Montana. I promise you, bro. A big bag of chips used to be like $3.99. Yeah. Me and my husband seen the same thing. Because we was just going to get a big old bag of, plain potato chips. And they talking about $8. Come on now, when I started seeing cereal For $7.99, $9.99, I turned my ass around. I won't be eating no more damn cereal then. Shit. You know? I see a gallon of milk for about $5-6. It's like they want us to normalize these prices too. They want us they want us to normalize the prices. Well, they want to normalize the prices so that it can be a normal thing to us. It's like, get over it, get used to it. You better understand that, a bag of chips will eventually be $1 because 25-cent bags of chips is 2 for $1. It's 59 cents a piece. Come on, man. And then when you open the doggone bag, it's like 5 chips in there. Because the bag is so damn full of air, and the same thing with the family size bags. Full of air. You better hope that you can catch a sale if you really love chips or cereal. Just ridiculous, man. It's all about the almighty dollar though. All of these corporations, all of these jobs, these daycare centers, schools, medical centers, hospitals, pharmaceutical companies, all of this shit, everything that you can think of, I don't care what it is all about the almighty dollar. Everything. Everything that's in front of you right now. Look at it. Look at it right now. That table that you sitting in front, the almighty dollar. For real. You said I'm still stuck on the Snicker $2. Yeah. I told my husband one time, I said, man, I need some chocolate or something. I need a Snicker bar. So he goes to the store and he said, what the hell? This sneaker is $2.29. I'm like, what the $2? I remember when the Snicker bar used to be 75 cents. 50 cents. Cause my mom used to always send me to the store she was obsessed with Snickers. She loved it. Okay. Every time she would send us to the corner store, she had to have a Snicker. And I remember that it was 50 cents at one point, then it went up to 75 cents. Then I remember when it went up to $1.
Look for another job. I'm gonna walk in there. They gonna ask me, why do you even want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills and they tell me it's important to pay.
Oh man, he is our intrusive thoughts. He is our intrusive thoughts, bro. I ain't gonna. What's his name? Yourself. This for anybody that got a TikTok, anybody that has it. I guess this is his name. Yourself. The dude is 100% correct. He's crashing out a little bit about it, but yeah, I mean, you said that. That's true, bro. He said, "Cause I need a motherfucking job, cause I need some money." Yes, facts. I hate when these jobs be like, "So, what makes you want to work for our company, bro?" You the same exact reason what motivates you to get up every single day and put your best foot forward, cause you know you need to pay them motherfucking bills, right? But yeah, I'm so over those jobs, man. The last time I worked a real job, like a 9 to 5, whew, I don't even know. It was a minute, honestly.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Why the fuck I'm not rich yet? Like, I'm just so tired. Like, I fucking work every day dealing with these fucking people. Like, bitch. Like, I'm tired. I need a fucking break. I need a fucking
We'll take a break and take a fucking vacation.
Like, fuck.
It's that simple. Take a motherfucking vacation, and you so sick and tired of it, leave it alone. Walk away from it. Come on now. Y'all act like it's that difficult.
I got a call this morning from AAA. AAA is a car insurance company. Car insurance is something that you pay for because you have to for some reason. When you become an adult and you attempt to live in society, every single aspect of being alive costs between $100 and $1,000 to $2,000. Every single thing. And the older that you get, the more things keep being added. So you work like a dog all month so that you can afford every single hand that's sticking out in your face saying, you have to pay this because otherwise you won't have car insurance because you need car insurance to drive and you need car insurance because you have to drive a car and you have to go to your job and you have to do all this stuff. And please, if you're thinking at this point, well, you don't have to have car insurance. If you want to drive a car, then you have to get insurance because that's your decision. No, it isn't. No, it's not my decision because I live in a city that is car dependent. I live in a country that is car dependent. So don't be fucking cute and say that I should take the Los Angeles Metro.
Oh my goodness, these people are gone, bro. These people, they gone. See, what's up there? What's up there? It's gone crazy. It's gone crazy. Okay? It has gone so chaotic that he is ready to crash out, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Spare me! Got a call this morning from AAA law enforcement. Or fucking goddamn it! From AAA, I don't even know what it. From AAA car insurance. AAA car insurance. And they said, Mr. Henschel, there's a problem. The other thing about being an adult is that you have something called a cell phone. On your cell phone, you get about 100 calls a week that are complete gibberish nonsense from a basement in Malaysia. You get 100 phone calls a week from random series of numbers. If you answer the phone call, you will hear complete silence. You also get one phone call a week that if you don't pick it up, it will ruin your life. So somewhere in there is an extremely important phone call. The same thing happens with your mail. Every week, you get 1,000 fucking pieces of trash.
Bruh, calm down, bro. For real. Yo, when people just start getting so irritated with life, when they crash out, it's like, oh my God. And they, I hate to say this, man, but honestly, they act like toddlers that's having a temper tantrum. Man.
And one
Pinky
very,
toe.
very important letter that if you don't answer, you go to jail. This morning, I got one of those phone calls in the magic grab bag, and I picked it up. It was AAA. And they said, Mr. Henschel, unfortunately, it seems that there was a lapse in your coverage because you switched your driver's license. You had a Maryland driver's license, and then you got a California driver's license. And you need to give us your California driver's license information now. Otherwise, you don't get to have car insurance. And if you drive your car, you can go to jail. So I said, okay. Keep in mind also...
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Here in the state of Illinois, oh my God. So, it was early this year. They had came out with this mandatory law. It had literally blew my mind. And I was just like, well, I guess I just won't be driving right now then. So what they do is they make the insurance so expensive, bro. To the point where it's like, how the hell can I afford to pay that? And then they make it to where you have to get a mandatory insurance, right? So they had been saying that eventually they was gonna make it to where in the state of Illinois it would be mandatory that you get a car insurance, if you're driving, right? And anybody that doesn't have a car insurance, you're gonna get fined and your registration is gonna get suspended, and you won't be able to register for between 4 months or maybe even a year or something like that, right? So Man, these people here in the state of Illinois, man, they started running people's names through the database. It was just the automatic database, and they run your name every, was it 6 months? Every 6 months. And we know that there is 12 months in the year, right? Then, bam, there you go. So they run you through the database in the beginning of the year and then at the end of the year. And if they find out that you don't have any type of car insurance in the state of Illinois, you will get a violation. You know, I mean, you're gonna get a warning. They're gonna send it to you in the mail and tell you that, hey, this is a fair warning. You need to get car insurance, or next time you won't get so lucky. They give you that first warning, then second warning that you get, you're out of here. you know? And then it's like, man, how the hell is it affordable though? Y'all make it to where it's not affordable for me to be able to pay. Cause I remember once upon a time, man, my car insurance was so cheap, I was able to pay it with no problem. But then they start going up. And when you call other car insurance companies, they're even more expensive. And it's like, what in the fuck? You said, and the longer you have it, the high. Yeah, you see how it's a scam. It's really a scam. I found out about car insurance companies and how they scam you and stuff like that. They just want to get a commission. And it's all about the almighty dollar, like I said. They don't want to, when you get on the phone with an agent and you're trying to get a quote, they don't want to give you the lowest quote. They want to give you something expensive that's gonna fill up their pockets too. You know? And it's like they give you these unrealistic prices, and you like, well, can you bring it down some more? Nah, I can't do that. That's the lowest that we have. Like, what the fuck? And then it's like, you pay it, you can only pay it for so long, and you paying other bills at the same time. So yeah, these car insurance companies be a scam, and the state is a scam for making it mandatory. I mean, I get it. Okay, it should be mandatory. Like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Why is car insurance mandatory? Because it's a fucking scam anyway. It's a whole damn scheme. Real talk. Full coverage, right? Full coverage. Sometimes it don't really it's not really any help, because you're paying hella money for full coverage. This one lady that I know was paying a lot of money, about $700 a month for full coverage. And then if you pay for liability, it's not full coverage. So with liability, it's not gonna cover you. Whole damn scam, man.
The thing that really bothers me about all these people, car insurance, credit card, landlords, fucking everybody, the utility company, the water company, they all speak to you as though you are voluntarily doing this, as though they are doing you a favor. I don't want to pay for any of this shit. I don't want to do any of this. I didn't ask to do any of this at all. I didn't ask for it. I didn't even have to be fucking alive. I don't want to do this. I don't want to pay my car insurance. I don't want car insurance. I don't want to give you my new driver's license. I don't want to fucking do that. But I have to for some fucking reason, because for some fucking reason, in order to be alive, you have to pay 20 different people $200. And you have to keep reciting random digits of numbers. Everything about being alive is just fucking numbers over and over again. Important numbers for this, important numbers for that. You gotta type in this password, you gotta type in this number, you gotta type in this thing, and if you get it wrong, you're gonna go to jail. I didn't say any of this to the lady,
I'm sorry, but it's like it's the fact that he's going crazy, and then he's calming down and talking in a regular tone, and then you could tell when he about to go insane again, because that voice started going up a little bit. Like, what the hell, man? Man, these people is just out here going crazy.
Said, sure, let me just give you this fucking number so that I can
You good, bro? Calm down now. You're gonna give yourself a heart attack.
move on with my life and attempt to enjoy anything about anything. Here it is. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clacks for a little while.
Oh my god. Is he finna crash out again? Y'all, this dude is I'm telling you, man, a real like this is exactly how these actors be. And I'm trying to see, is you acting, bro? Cause you got a little microphone. Are you acting? Cause you look like a professional Hollywood actor. You said you in California too, though, right? This got to be a joke. Cause I'm telling you, this dude is going really insane right now. I can't. Is this serious? This for real? People really act like this for real?
And then she says, I'm sorry, Mr. Henschel. We can't offer you coverage.
Hollywood
Yeah,
is a place
man.
where are sacrificed.
I'm staring at the camera because I'm like, I'm waiting for the moment. Are you gonna blow up again?
So I said, excuse me, because I've had AAA for 3 fucking years. What's the problem? And she said, well, it appears that you were in an accident about a year ago. And I said,
First of all, look at his eyes, okay? The man looked like he going to look crazy. Look at his eyes.
yeah, I was in a fender bender. My one accident that I've had in the past 5 years. I drive because I'm forced to by society. I drive for about 75% of my day, every day.
Uh-oh.
And one
Here it come.
fucking time, an old lady cut in front of me going 20 miles per hour on the freeway, and I couldn't slow down in time, and I bumped her in the back of the car. Remember, this is a satire account.
What the hell? Man, hold on. Wait a minute.
And she said, well, it appears that this was a 2-point accident. And I was like, what does that fucking mean? Everything is numbers, remember? Random numbers that mean something for some reason. It was a 2-point accident, and we can only insure you if you have a 1-point accident. So I was like, what does that mean? And she said, well, a 2-point accident is when the person claims injury. So you hit this person.
I'm sorry, but this guy is unintentionally funny. Like, why, bro?
And then apparently she was injured. So I was like, well, how do we know that? I mean, what do you mean she was injured? It was a very, very light accident. And so what if she was injured? Last I checked, the only conceivable point of having car insurance is in case something like this happened.
I'm sorry, I don't think I ever laughed this hard in a second. Why is he snapping out like this?
That's what car insurance is supposed to be for, in theory. When you think about if there is any rational reason why you would need to have car insurance, it is for the purpose that if at one point during the 75% of your life that you're in a fucking car, you happen to get in an accident, you're not completely fucked. So, why, if I got in one accident, am I fucked anyway? Because the last time that I checked, the reason I was paying for this fucking shit, $200 a month, $300 a month, was in case anything happened, right? So then why, if something happens, then am I not allowed to have the insurance that I fucking paid for in case something happened? Why did I bother then?
What the man? Yeah, man. Look, you said he a murderer, not a killer. He look like a hitman. Y'all better be careful with this type of guy. He look like he'll carry around a briefcase and a silencer inside that motherfucker. For real. He look like the type that sit up on the roof with, you already know. I ain't even gonna say it because I don't want them to cancel me for that.
Again, I didn't say any of this. I just said very politely, well, I was kind of stunned for a minute because all of that was going through my head. And I said, well,
this nigga just wiped. Oh yeah, y'all gotta stay away from him. He just wiped his nose with his whole sleeve, bro. He just y'all gotta, man, y'all better be careful.
What are my options then? And she said,
uh-oh, he back calm again. He back calm.
Well, now you can't be insured by AAA, so we work with another agency who blah, 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 and then we'll call this person, they'll call you, and then you call them, and then they'll give you the numbers, and then you give them the numbers, and then you'll have to pay a much bigger number than you were already paying before. But the point I'm trying to illustrate here is, what the fuck? I didn't ask for any of this.
None of us did, bro. But damn, bro, we ain't crashing out like that.
I, this morning, woke up and I said, God fucking damn it. I just need a fucking win. I just need one thing. Just one thing. Please, God. I don't believe in God, but I...
Whoa! Skirt! Should we continue this? Or should we skip past? Let me know. Oh my God. So wait a minute. I kind of do want to see the transition. Because he just said that he don't even believe in God, but he prayed. You feel me? Hold on, let me see. Let me go back to what he just said. Because see, these situations will humble people that are not believers. You know what I'm saying? It will make you pray or talk to God at some point. Real talk.
God fucking damn it. I just need a fucking win. I just need one.
He said he don't believe in God, but he started talking to God. Look at his eyes. He crazy as hell. Y'all better stay away from this man, for real.
Thing. Just one thing. Please, God. I don't believe in God. But I said a prayer last night. I said, God, can you please just let one good thing happen tomorrow?
Because, oh my God. Okay. He said, I don't believe in God, but I said a prayer. You see, do y'all see how these situations will turn a person to God? Because now they have to realize that, I got to put my pride to the side, and now I got to be humble at this point because I can no longer afford this car insurance. I can't afford none of this stuff. So, man, that's crazy. You said dangerous, but most folks like this, they don't admit it like he doing. Facts. You know, in the Bible, it does say every knee shall bow and every tongue will confess. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, too, how certain situations like this will turn a person. It will turn them.
Just one thing. Please, God. I don't believe in God. But I said a prayer last night. I said, God, can you please just let one good thing happen tomorrow? Because I gotta be honest here. I'm paying all these random corporations my entire paycheck. And I can't figure out why. I don't want to, but I have to. I have to. I have to pay rent. I have to pay my bullshit.
That's the thing. The world feels like they have to. You don't have to do anything. But see, people be afraid to put themselves in the wilderness. You sitting up here and you ranting, you talking about how you don't want to pay this, you don't want to pay that. You just need you want to win. I'm telling you, all you got to do is, if you sick and tired of paying bills and paying rent, put yourself in the wilderness by living in your car. Bam, there you go. Then you can have all the money that you need. You ain't even got to worry about paying bills anymore. You can go ahead and pay your little car insurance or whatnot. There you go. But people are afraid to do that. They terrified to do something like that because they are too worried about what the world thinks about them. Yeah, he in a rush to go nowhere. But I'm telling you, bro, what if you put yourself in a wilderness and you say, you know what, I'm going to live in my car so that I can have all the extra money I need. And you work your job at the same time. Bam, there you go. Now you being a lot more patient with yourself. People, they don't want to do that. They're too afraid of what the world thinks about them, what their friends is gonna think about them, what their co-workers and family members is gonna think about them. They're too afraid. But my suggestion would be, yes, live in your car, because if you tired and you on the verge of crashing all the way out because of bills and paying this and paying that, and you're sick and tired of paying it, stop paying it, bruh. Stop paying it.
Why?
Yeah, he needs some real prayer.
I'm waiting for the guy to call me back. That's at the other insurance company. So that I won't be in legal trouble for driving my car.
Hold on, let me show y'all what he just did.
And he has to be in legal trouble.
This man tripping.
I'm waiting for the guy to call me back. That's at the other insurance company. So that I won't be in legal trouble for driving my car. And he hasn't called me. So. I don't get it. Because
can't sleep because of your credit card debt? If you're drowning in $10,000 or more in debt, National Debt Relief could be a game changer. Here are 3 easy solutions you can...
Once you start to realize that the whole entire system is a game and it's a joke and it's all about the Benjamin's baby, then, then you'll get it. Once you start to realize that you are not obligated to do anything that you don't want to do, then you'll get it. Once you start to go your own way and live your own life, pray more and walk on your own journey, but walk the right way, then you'll get it. You'll get it. Because that's the problem. People, they don't get it. They still don't get it. They still don't understand that this whole system is a damn monopoly game.
I guess my honest question is, what is supposed to be the good part of this? Is that just a question that everybody is too stupid to ask? Is that just a question that doesn't occur to most people who don't have mental health problems? Or is that a question that they just don't think about? What is supposed to be the fucking point?
Why am I
doing all of this?
Sorry, y'all.
Nobody could tell me that at any point in my childhood. When I was in high school, when I was in school, and they were saying you have to get this grade so that you can get into good college and you can get money to go to a good college, and if you go to college so you can get a job, and this is why you have to do all of these things that you don't want to do and that don't make any sense and that suck. And that is why you cannot enjoy a single second of your life, because if you do now, you won't be able to do all of these different things. And the question that I had over and over again to everybody in my life was, why? Why the fuck would I do any of that? Why do I want to do any of that? Why? What is the purpose of doing any of that?
Yes. He 100% has a 100% point, like real talk. And I just thought about something when I said you should live in your car. Bro, I just thought about something. They made it, I guess they're making it a law, or they already made it a law, that if you're homeless sleeping in your car or sleeping on the street, then you're a criminal at that point, because that is a criminal act. Apparently, being homeless in your vehicle now or sleeping on the streets, even though you can't, the shelters are full, you can't even get into a shelter. Like, so what do y'all want people to do when they ain't making it out here? You see how I feel like their whole motive is to tear people down mentally and break them down all the way to the point where they just take their own self out. And a lot of people is already saying, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm sick and tired of this. They are literally making it to the point where everything is so expensive. They dare you to become homeless, because when you become homeless, then you're going to be a criminal for being homeless. So they making it a criminal act of driving a vehicle without insurance because you can't afford to keep paying the doggone insurance. They're making a criminal act if you become homeless because you can't afford to pay your bills anymore. Like, this is just getting out of control. For real, it is.
And nobody could ever give me a straight fucking answer.
Yeah.
They would just be like, well, because you have to do that. And nobody could at any point ever tell me what the fuck was in it for me.
Man, I'm telling you, these people that's crashing out, these two guys, they are, my intrusive thoughts at first before I decided to bring it to the internet and talk about it. Because think about it. What is the whole purpose of doing all of this, bro? We are literally supposed to be here to live and to live. To live. That's it. But we here to make money to give back to them. They're printing money and they want us to make the money to give back to them. And it's literally just a whole monopoly board. Seriously. Just going all around and around and around in circles. A whole monopoly board. They literally want to recreate life so bad. They want to be God so bad. This is why the system gets a kick and a joy out of controlling your life. And it's up to you if you want to put a stop to it. Welcome, Aquino. Yeah, it's up to you if you want to put a stop to it. But it's just sad, how they are making it extremely hard. They making it extremely hard for you to survive because they're the ones that created this shit system. This shitty system, they created it, and they want us to live the way of their system and how they can keep people under their control. It's all about money. That's all it's about, and it's all it's gonna ever be about, because these politicians and these people, these elites, they are so sick in the minds that it's like they get off on having money, on lots of money, being rich, going off to the islands and, enjoying themselves and their vacations and their families and naming the islands after them and, just having loads and shitloads of money and just living it all up while watching the whole entire world suffer and trying to make ends meet. You know how sick that is? That is a very sick mind to have. But when you think about it, yes, it is Satan. When you think about it, the system is Satan. And they just want to recreate the way of life. They don't want us to just live our lives. They just want us to be under their control. That's all it is. It's about control and money. That's all. And them just having a itch to control the world, society, because they are jealous of God. That's the truth. Satan is jealous of God. He hates God. Yeah, whole world using your failure for all their happiness. Yep.
So I didn't do it. Because I dared to ask the question, why? Don't you hate doing all of this? Why are you totally fine with all of this? Is it because you're fucking stupid? Because that's what I'm left to assume. Is it because you were too stupid to ask that question when you still had a chance to change your life? And now the fact that I am asking it is raising something inside you that you have tried to suppress so hard, because if it arises at all, you're gonna fucking kill yourself.
Yeah, and I just hope you don't, bro. And I hope you don't harm people, But I can say that it's like once you rock the boat and start asking these questions about why are we doing this? What is the whole purpose? Why am I paying this bill, that bill? What is the whole purpose? You got people saying because you have to be able to live to be able to eat. I mean, you got to be able to work so that you can eat. You got to work so you can pay a bill. But the thing is, why am I paying bill? Why is anything? Why do I have to pay for anything? Like he said, when I think the other guy said it, when God put all of this stuff here for free. The devil's job is to divide and conquer. And it's like, I mean, once you, like I said, when you start rocking the boat and asking these questions, people start to believe that you're lazy. This is how conditioned they have the world. People start to feel like you lazy, you just don't want to do nothing, you just complaining, blah, blah, when whole time this is really not supposed to be the way of life. Real talk. But it is though. And people want us to just shut up and get over it.
Is that it?
The whole thing in a nutshell is to be able to live. They just so greedy, they start making it to where we gotta pretty much pay to live shit, pay, because if there's a lot of homeless people out there that is homeless that still was able to maintain a sanity while being homeless. And me and my husband, we a prime example because we went through 2.5 years of homelessness and living in the car, still able to maintain our happiness, without crashing out to the point where we ended up in jail or 6 feet under. Because if you think about it, right, the system wants to recreate the way of life so bad to the point where they have made it to where you have to keep paying this, paying that to be able to, not be homeless, right? Because they don't want you to live for free. They don't want you to live for free. They want you to live off of money. And in the Bible, it specifically says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. People start to, fall in love with money, with working. They start falling in love with, materialistic things and stuff like that. But they know that they need money to get those things. If God put this here for us for free, yeah, why are we paying for it? Why is it that, people can't be inventors without charging somebody for something? I mean, Why is it that they have people on TikTok selling items and stuff like that for money? Why is it that people are starting to sell things for money? People literally getting to the point where they selling their own damn souls for money. Real talk. And people have been out here doing all of this for money all these years just to find out, like this man, the whole entire time, it's like, what am I doing all of this for? So it's either you gonna put yourself in the wilderness and just be homeless, or you just gonna take yourself out. And that's either underneath the ground or in jail. Real talk. But they're making it to where pretty much everybody is, becoming homeless and not being able to afford anything. And the whole thing in a nutshell was shit. We wasn't really supposed to be paying for nothing anyway. So it's like they condition you all these years. They make you fall in love with money, and then you turn up like this guy right here, who's on the verge of crashing out because he did all that shit his whole entire life just to finally come to the realization that it didn't really get him no fucking where, because he's still fucking struggling. Okay? The whole thing in a nutshell is we are not supposed to be paying for anything. They're just greedy. Yeah, man. It's like he said, also, everybody just feel like, oh, that's just the way it is, but it's not supposed to be, bro. It's not. It's really not.
Because I bothered to ask why. They call me a spoiled brat. They called me entitled.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is base 44.
You get called entitled, lazy,
and the whole time I sort of was wondering, let me remind you of something. I didn't ask to be born. I've said that in a lot of videos because it's something that I think is another question that most people don't ever consider. You are telling me all of this stuff that I have to do as if
And we're going to do 5 more minutes of this right here, and then we're going to jump into another video.
Wanted to do it in the first place. You're telling me all of this as if I should be grateful for the opportunity to do it. I'm not. Okay? If you had asked me, if at some point when I was floating around in the ether, if you had asked me, would you like to be siphoned into a human body so that you can experience what it is like to live in a bureaucratic nightmare society? The good parts will be fucking, drinking, doing drugs, falling in love, but even that gets bad eventually. Having kids if you decide that you're so bored. And that's it. Your relationships. I would have said no. I'm perfectly happy floating around in this ether here, this little ball of gas. I'm good. But I didn't have a choice because I fucking, no offense, but I am the product of somebody's boredom.
1 second,
the reason
guys.
that I was
We're back.
Created was because I was something to do. I was something to fill the time. I was the lazy answer to that question for somebody else. And now I am expected to perpetuate that cycle of abuse and usage. Well, I'm not going to. That's why I'm not having kids. We got enough. I'll figure something else out to do with my time. Still not.
Yeah, he man, he needs some serious help, man. Real talk.
I'll tell you this. Thank God this doesn't last forever.
Okay,
thank
give me
God.
1 more second, y'all.
It doesn't make a fucking difference. Thank God. I never understood people who were afraid of death because, for me, that's my why. The only answer to the questions that I've raised in this video that I've been able to come up with is, because I'm going to die. It doesn't matter. Fine. Fine. I'll get to go back to the ether, the floating cloud where I was before I was born. And I don't remember that. So, fine. Maybe I'll even get reincarnated as a bougainvillea. Wouldn't that be nice?
This ass crazy as hell, man. We gonna stop that right there. We gonna stop that right there, man. And yeah, I want to show y'all this other video as well. So we're gonna keep this going for another 20 minutes or whatever. Then we're gonna get on up out of here. So y'all stick with me. Yeah, dude, he needs some serious help. And you know what? That's what's wrong with a lot of people. It's like once they start finding out about the world, they just can't handle themselves no more. They just can't handle. They can't understand this. Why is life this way? Why is this happening? You know? And it's like it was never supposed to. Nothing is ever gonna stay the same. Real talk. And clearly y'all see that. Y'all see that because over the years you was finally able to see that. You know, nothing ever stays the same. Okay, here's another video. Shout out to this person, Slumlord. He's a small YouTuber, or she. And the name of this video is All Over Some Wings. A man and a woman clash over wings at the bonfire. Thank you. Okay. I almost spilled that on my laptop. Okay. So, we're going to rewind all the way back. This video is 2 minutes. And then we're going to go to another video. So, until I get my little reaction thing together, because I was planning on downloading the video and stuff like that so I can be able to properly react to stuff, we're going to be doing it this way for right now. Let's get it.
Very disrespectful. I don't think that you deserve to be treated like a guest standing right in front of the door. Take your glasses up. It ain't that serious. Take your glasses up. Don't do that. Take your glasses up. No. Touch the lady. I just want to show what the real is. No, I know what real is. And real is not standing in front of the damn doorway. All you gotta do is move.
looks like something is wrong with her. When you look at her, you can tell something is wrong with her, but I'm very interested into figuring out what really happened.
He don't want to get hit back, that's why he ain't do it. It ain't no such thing as I'm finna almost do nothing. I'm not scared of you! Ain't nobody scared of you! You need to pray! I can barely walk in your door. Can you ask them not to block the doorway?
So was it that serious? She said that he was blocking the doorway. Was he intentionally blocking the doorway? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave, but your guests are blocking the doorway.
So your guests are blocking the doorway. She seems like she's very fed up and irritated at the fact that people are blocking the doorway. They're blocking her from getting inside the restaurant so she can get a 6-wing.
You so fucking disrespectful.
This lady is tripping.
Y'all chill, man. It's all good.
Can you close the door?
Yes, yes.
What?
That's a demon right there, man. That's a demon.
This shit good, huh? That's a trip. Good job. Know about it?
You're blocking the door, man.
You blocking the door, man?
Now she blocking the door. She talking about everybody else. Hilarious.
My name is Jessica. My name is Jessica.
Woo! No, it's Jessica. You know, because that's a demon. There ain't no human. You know, she's sitting up here complaining and going crazy because she talking about this man was blocking the doorway from her getting inside the restaurant so she can get some chicken. And if he was in your way, ma'am, it is a way to say, hey, excuse me, you guys blocking the doorway, couldn't even get in. All right, God bless you. But, you know, she is, man, she going crazy. And they told her that she need to leave the restaurant. Now she blocking the doorway and people trying to get in.
Put the camera on him.
Wow.
Every man that's doing the same, they putting themselves on time support.
Okay. Yeah. Really crazy. Really crazy. So we're gonna go to another video, right? I'm sorry. It was not this one. Y'all bear with me. We be on here from the sun up to sundown, literally. Soon as I get on here, you can see the sun shining a little bit or a little bit of light, and now all you see is just it getting dark. But yeah, these people out here is going crazy, man. This is the title is what the hell is wrong with people? What's wrong with them is, yes, they have personal problems at home, and then they go out in public and they take it out on the world. And sometimes they bring it to the internet so that they can rant about it all day. Yeah, it's just crazy. All right. Okay, I think this is the one. Hopefully we didn't already react to this, because if we did, then we're gonna have to.
Simple. I only pay $10 a month for my internet connection. Fast, unlimited.
Appreciate the 6 likes though. Appreciate the people that was interacting and stuff like that.
It's not normal to go to the grocery store, buy 7 items, and it comes out to $80.
So okay. The name of this, this is the same person from before. Tell him boy, I guess that's his name. Shout out to him. Don't want to take any credit.
Leveling you. I know they must be leveling you. I'm going to go through some of the things that I buy right now and compare them.
People crashing out over grocery prices. Let me go back. Okay, so the name of this video is called "Americans Are Losing It Over Grocery Prices: The Cost of Living Crisis." See, this is what's wrong with people. They can't handle themselves. They can't handle anything becoming so expensive.
I know they must be leveling you. I'm going to go through some of the things that I buy right now and compare them to the ad from a year ago. First up, olive oil, Star brand. Next up is coffee, okay? We got our Starbucks coffee. This is $8.99. $8.99. I forgot this price from the olive oil. It's $12.99 for olive oil.
Well, shit, I won't be buying no Starbucks coffee then, if that's too expensive. See, people got to understand something. We are in the days where you have to try to really survive, right? And if we talk of survival, then you need to start getting survival things. How is a little pack of coffee for $8.99 going to help you survive? Do you really need that? Especially if you're saying everything is too expensive.
Coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is $4.99. I love coconut sugar. It's a nice healthy alternative. And dog treats. The price of
I'm talking about people would literally sit here and complain about prices being skyrocket high, and then they sit here and they grab something off the shelf and say, well, gotta get this one because I love it. Okay, so what you complaining for?
Dog treats are killing me. But if you've got a good dog, you gotta give it treats. Here, these are my favorite dog treats because you can fit them in the little Kong balls. These are now $5.49, okay? Those were not that expensive a year ago. Ground beef.
It's not a year ago. It's 2025, and obviously we see that the world has changed for the worse since 2020. Yeah, you know, people really started being able to see things for what it already was.
I go with Laura's ground beef. $10.99.
Well, shit, won't be
Finally,
getting
turkey.
that.
I love me a good turkey. Jack Link's, $12.99. One thing I'll tell you for sure, the price of things that are absolute fucking garbage, like energy drinks and donuts and the shittiest of protein bars like the Power Crunches, those prices haven't changed that much. Do you know why? Because they love poisoning you for cheap, and that will never change.
I just left Walmart. I decided that I was going to grocery shop. I don't know, like the budget doesn't count. I didn't even buy that much stuff. I did have to get 2 presents for my son for his birthday, like very small presents. And we were out of all meat and all vegetables, and like I basically haven't been grocery shopping in a couple weeks, like real grocery shopping. I spent almost $600.
What?
I thought I was going to die when I saw the total. I mean, I bought groceries. Like, we are good. We have all...
I'm so convinced that people probably don't look at the prices as they grabbing and stuff. And even when y'all look at the prices, y'all say, oh my God, I can't believe this is now $10.99 and last year it was $7.99. What the hell? And then you still grab it and you throw it in the cart. That's on you at that point. Because if it's something that I always get that skyrocketed $3 more, I won't be getting it. But y'all claim that everything is too expensive.
The things, hopefully I won't have to go for the next maybe a couple weeks. And I did have to buy protein forward snacks, which is what I focus on. So I bought some protein bars.
Another thing that people are too afraid to do is go to the dollar store. Go to Dollar Tree. I know that Dollar Tree done went up and they stuff is now $1.75 at the most, but they got snacks up in there that you can get for $1 and some change. Instead of going to Walmart and getting all that stuff that you're getting. Man, look. If y'all love certain snacks and you love chewing on the same stuff that you've been chewing on for years, and you hate that it's expensive and they got the same type of snack at Dollar Tree, why don't you just get it from the Dollar Tree?
Protein powder because I'm out. So that stuff does add up, but almost $600 is insane. Like, I thought it was going to be like 300, maybe 350.
What the fuck? Is your, like, I'm sorry, is your refrigerator empty? Is your cabinets empty, ma'am? You talking about $600 on food? Was everything in your crib empty? Because a lot of people be so ungrateful that they have a house with food in there and they just swear they ain't got nothing at all. But they just refuse to put together what they, what they got to put together. Because they don't want to not have a piece of meat or a piece of candy or a bag of chips or a box of cereal. They don't want to not have that. They need that still. They don't want to work with what they have at home. You just spent $600 on groceries. Then you turn around to my, well, I thought it was going to be $300 or $350 or something. That's still too freaking expensive. To spend $300 and something in one day is already expensive, but god damn it, to spend $600 in one day on groceries is way too expensive, bro. We have literally got to the point where we are budgeting so hard that we not trying to go to the grocery store unless it's urgent. Real talk. We eating what we got, all right? It is what it is. We're going to throw something together. We got what we need right now. But if it get to a point where we are sitting there like, damn, man, we down to the last, well, we're going to make the last work. And then if it get to a point where it's so urgent, we're going to the grocery store. But when we go to the grocery store, we still have a budget. We're not going to spend over a certain amount. Real talk, because you got to last for the rest of the month. We have gotten to the point where we stop buying unnecessary. We no longer have been buying anything unnecessary. We buy all survival stuff. Things that's straight up survival.
I have to go back to my hardcore budget. This was in the plan, sort of. I told my husband I was going to go to Walmart today and blow the budget.
And blow the budget.
Fuck, I think I meant it.
You meant it. See, this is exactly why men be sitting up here divorcing their wives. And these people go through divorces and separations. Your husband told you to not go over the budget. You are supposed to be submissive to your husband, but instead you did not listen, ma'am. And you went over the budget and you talking about, well, fuck, I think I meant it. Well, I mean, okay, what if he tell your ass to sleep on the couch tonight? Then what? I mean, it ain't even about the money and about the budget. It's the fact that you literally disregarded him and blatantly disrespected him and showed the whole world that you is. We're supposed to be submissive to our husbands. And a lot of women, they don't believe in doing stuff like that. They feel like, yep, gonna go against my husband's wishes this time. You said they should be happy they don't have to live in a black community and damn 600. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man.
Why are we being priced out of groceries?
Man, I guess I'm gonna keep going for another 20 minutes, man.
Last month to feed my 4 kids.
I was supposed to stop in the next few minutes, but
at this point, I don't.
Yeah, we're gonna stop. Yeah, we're gonna stop at 18 minutes. Yeah, that part, man, it's crazy.
Even eat. I just have enough food to feed my kids. Is this the plan? Is this the goal? In what world is this okay? Pricing the American people out of being able to buy groceries for their family. I mean, what happens next? This is sick.
You're sick, yes.
I don't get it. What's the end goal? We starve.
Yep. Come on now.
Yo.
See, I like people that can, keep it calm while they talking to, it will make you, when you finally realize after all those years. Shout out to, shout out to the college kids right now that's way younger than me. I want to say like 19, 20, 21. Shout out to the college kids in their 20s. Shout out to the teenagers, bro. Shout out to the little kids that's smart enough to understand that this system is a joke. Oh my gosh, shout out to the youngins. Real talk. That got it already, got it together already. But I feel bad for the youngins that's still chasing the image. That still has to be conditioned. That is under a mind control from their parents and from the system as a whole. Shout out to the ones that really get it. And I really hope that y'all can inspire someone else and help somebody else as well. Help them out the matrix because you out. But man, when y'all find out what's going on, please don't crash out. Yes, I understand that it can work you up because you like, man, y'all really think this is a game to us. I mean, to y'all. And y'all want us to play along in y'all game. This is a whole Monopoly board game to y'all. It's all about the money. That's all it's ever been about. And it is sick to really find out that these people, they get off on being rich. Just being rich and watching other people struggle. Real talk. It's like they control the Monopoly game and we are their little pieces. She says, excuse my rant, but here's your daily reminder that existing in America now costs $100 a month plus tax.
Just left Walmart. I want to cry. As a single parent of 3, holy shit.
Oh, let me guess. You got something unnecessary? Please prove me wrong, ma'am. Please. Did you get something unnecessary for those 3 children of yours? Because, man, I'm so... It be... Oh, my God. They really... Look, I got one right now. And me and my husband, we make it to the point where she's going to eat what we eat. And if she don't like it, then we're going to give her whatever she's familiar with. We ain't going to keep switching anything up. And one great thing about our child is she don't like sweets and snacks and all that stuff. She loves her some fruit for sure, but it's a certain kind of fruit that she likes. And she's very limited on what she likes because she don't like this. She don't even eat meat. She don't eat meat and she don't eat all these type of candies and chips and stuff like that. So we got a real healthy eater, which is the good thing. We ain't even got to spend a lot on her alone. We don't.
Mind you, that's just essentials. That's not even like full-blown grocery shopping. I just did my car registration inspection.
Yeah, Sleepy, she do not like meat, okay? We tried to, give her a little piece of chicken. She don't like that stuff. It's like she knows that it ain't right. I tried to give her something else. She just don't like meat. She don't even like turkey meat at all.
And got tires. How are we supposed to survive? $898 later and some change. Not including everything that was just paid for the first of the month. The cost of living has gotten out of hand. It's ridiculous. It's ghetto. I'm tired.
I'm sorry, but what in the actual is going on here? My favorite is that says everyday low price. I'm here every day. I'll show you my receipts. This is the first day I've seen it say $7.50. Why?
Well, of course, y'all must have forgot about the tariffs, about inflation. See, this is it. Man, I'm telling you, they will make the world go insane. You want to know, it is just so easy to, yeah, you said they better learn how to shop. Exactly. Y'all definitely need God. But I'm gonna be honest with you. They can make it so easy for the world to, be ran under straight chaos. Because, see, all they got to do is keep coming up with these different, things that's constantly happening. Remember, it went from the planes crashing out the sky to the drones and all of that. It went from all of that to look what's going on now. My bad. Look what's going on now in the world. Remember when he started talking about tariffs and stuff like that earlier this year? Remember? I mean, y'all act like y'all done forgot about that, but y'all did. See, it's easy for them to, give the world, make the world have amnesia, because all they got to do is come up with the latest trend to distract you. He did all that with the tariffs, and he stood on his word. And everybody started talking about the tariffs once upon a time. And then 3 days later, something else came up, and everybody started talking about that. And then 3 days later, something else came up, and then everybody started talking about that. And then it was trend after trend after trend, and event after event after event, and tornadoes and hurricanes and Charlie Kirk and P. Diddy and you freaking name it. Real talk. And now it's getting got to the point where people go to the grocery store and they didn't forget about the damn tariffs, to the point where it's like, why is this $7.49? You forgot? You forgot what he already did? Yeah, it's that easy to distract the people. It's that easy. When you can't keep up with what's going on, when you can keep up with what's going on in the world, but you get too distracted from that, for something else that's going on, if y'all get what I'm saying, then you start to forget about what happened 2 months ago. I told y'all that everybody's gonna forget about the Charlie Kirk situation. Ain't nobody talking about that shit no more. It's crazy. Remember when it went viral about those the YNs in Chicago, threatening the National Guards and stuff like that? That literally went viral for like 2 days, and it was over with. Then the Charlie Kirk situation, that was viral for like what, a whole week or two, maybe 2 weeks, and then it was over with. And it's like, I knew it. And that's all they gonna keep doing. All they gonna keep doing until people start waking up and realizing that this shit is a damn game. Real talk. You said, yeah, because I forgot all about them planes till you just said something. See what I'm saying, Sleepy? That's what I'm saying. See, let me tell y'all something, right? Their motive, and their motive is to make you forget about what happened a month ago, or 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago. They notice how it went from things trending for like, maybe a whole month, maybe 2 months. Remember once upon a time where those songs was trending on the internet, sending love to you and the love, no. I was so sick and tired of hearing that. Remember that when people was doing that dance? And they was doing that dance for like 2 months straight, bro. And I was so sick and tired of seeing the same trend over and over and over. Remember when all those dances was trending? Next thing you know, it went to being trending for 1 month to 2 months. 2 months to 1 month to trending for a couple weeks. Then trending for 1 week. Then trending for a few days. Literally. 2 days. Now it's like things are trending for like 24 hours, and then it's changing again. They can literally make you forget. Yes, they can. And people forget so much that they forget what had happened months ago, back in, what was that, April, when he started talking about the tariffs and going up on prices. They told us that we was going to start seeing the effects within like 2 to 3 months or something like that. And now look, people's crashing out. So I encourage y'all out there to make sure that you don't forget about what they're doing. Real talk. I don't want you to, don't dive too deep into it, but never forget. Real talk. Just like people didn't forget about COVID and stuff like that. Don't never forget what they did to the world, what they did to us. Never forget, because we were, to be honest, I'm surprised that situation didn't bring everybody together. Instead, it divided everyone because they allowed the system to divide us, because people start having their own beliefs and stuff like that. When the whole time we really was supposed to stick together through that. We were supposed to stick together through that. But you know, I remember when people started fighting and stuff like that over tissue, over pine salt. I remember when, I think it was right before COVID started or something like that, they started talking about it. The pandemic started, they started talking about it, and people started rushing to the stores to get bulks of tissue and paper towels and pine salt. I remember when me and my husband went to the store around that time, and we was trying to get us some doggone tissue, and every store that we went to was sold out. Hand sanitizer sold out. Masks sold out. Everything you could think of that came down to cleaning was sold out. Mops and brooms and everything you could think of. And then weeks later, down the line, the pandemic started. And then people started fighting, having their own opinions about things. And then we started to be divided. I mean, we was already divided when we started running up in stores and panicking for nothing at first. Like, literally, people was panicking because they afraid to die. The world is literally going insane. Literally going insane just because they can't even remember that this dude already had plans to mess this up.
Is it $7.50 for a pound of 85% hamburger? When it is $6.69 for a rolled pound of 80% hamburger, we have lost the plot. What is going on? Is there a hamburger flu, like there was a bird flu and the chicken was really expensive?
I just spent $119 at the grocery store for one reusable bag of groceries.
That's all it took, though, was for me and my husband to realize that almost weekly, we was spending over $100 and something on groceries, bro. And then we literally was like, nah, we ain't finna keep doing that. We not finna keep doing that. We're about to budget so hard to the point where we about to eat everything up in the house. I mean, not eat everything up, but yeah, I mean, we gonna have to, we gonna have to put something together so that we could be able to have something left so that we can go to the grocery store again. See, because we didn't got to the point before where we didn't ate up everything, and next thing you know, we had to figure it out after that because we ain't had nothing left to be able to go get some more food. Our daughter was good for sure, though. She was good, but it was just us because she don't eat expensive. Real talk.
I have it sitting down here. One bag. I got basic essentials like bread, some lunch meat. I got some frozen salmon for dinners, which was a little pricey, and some makeup wipes, hair stuff.
Makeup wipes, hair stuff, and salmon, which was a little bit of pricey, but you still got it. See, that's exactly what I be talking about. People, they sit up here, they complain about the prices and stuff like that, but they're admitting that they're getting this stuff that they really don't need. People need to put their pride away at this point. And I feel like 2025 has showed me that people had so much pride that they literally had to humble themselves. But you can obviously see people still got too much pride in the way, because she's like, yeah, makeup wipes and, girl, if you don't clean your face with some water, what do you mean? Take that makeup. You don't even need makeup then at that point. Salmon, a little bit of pricey, but at this point, if it's too pricey, then you're going to have to figure something else out. Man, we're going to go to another video. And actually, this last video is, it's going to be about people being weird in 2025. And I made this video 4 months ago. Shout out to me for making this video 4 months ago. It's called The Breakdown of Weird People in 2025. Because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of people are definitely in the weird category. And it's really because they not right up here. You said, also want to say thanks, Sleepy. The times you help really help us. Because one time we was finna, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had to go without because we had to make sure our daughter was good, bro. And that at that point, that's when we realized, like, nah, we gotta literally we gotta make this work the right way, for real. Yeah, salmon is expensive. Yes, Sleepy, we definitely appreciated that. Trust me. Trust and believe that. Because people they don't know how to make stuff work. You know what I mean? It's simple as go to the dollar store, get what you can get, make it work. If you got to go to the grocery store and get something, get you an item that's under the amount that you really, you know what I'm saying, make a little budget or something. It don't matter how, even if you got $5. If you got $5 to your name and you like, man, I'm hungry, man, I need some food, man. Look, and you ain't got no other way, then you gonna have to make it work some way, somehow. And unfortunately, it is people out here that just result in stealing because they can't afford it. In my honest opinion, if I had it like that and I see somebody in the store stealing food, and I'm not talking about crab legs and shrimps and juice and pop and chips. If you stealing that, what I'm helping you for? But if you're stealing something that you really need, like maybe, you know, a pack of noodles or a salad or a loaf of bread or something, or some milk or water or something like that, or a can of baby milk or something, you know, or you stealing a pack of Pampers or something like that, and I got it like that, and I see you stealing, I'm gonna say, hey, excuse me, I got you. You ain't gotta steal that. I got you. You not know how people will really appreciate that, because I'm sure it's a lot of people out here that don't want to have to steal. They don't. But when you ain't got no support, you ain't got no help, trust me, I've been there. I understand. Real talk. No BS. I've been there. I understand that it get to a point where you like, man, look, how else I'm gonna get it? Ain't nobody trying to help me. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. The world has become so evil and corrupt. It's to the point where your own family will watch you suffer and watch you struggle, but they turn around and they say the white man, oh, this, that, and look at what Donald Trump is doing. Look at what you doing to your own family member. You got it like that. You got it made in the shade, but you would rather watch them suffer. And even when you ain't got it like that, you can at least offer them your support, mental support. You know what I'm saying? You can really be there for them in their corner. If you ain't got it, at least, but it's family out here that would see you fall on your face and watch you suffer. And they don't even want to offer you a shoulder to lean on at all. They don't even want to give you a little advice. And people are like that too. People have become so self-centered, so selfish, and so full of themselves that they don't want to watch anybody else excel in life. They want to watch you suffer. Real talk. And then as soon as you try to talk about your story and you try to say what you're going through, you know, to the internet, people think you crazy because you talking about your life story. You think I care about what anybody else got to think about me? Because I really don't. We all go through stuff in our lives. It's just the fact that people don't like to open up their mouths and tell their story because they don't know if they can really inspire somebody through telling their story. People just look at you like, ooh, that can't be me. I ain't finna be on the internet talking about my life, talking about what I'm going through, talking about how I ain't have it like this and have it like that. I don't care about these people. Real talk. I mean, I don't care about what they think. That's the thing. I ain't gonna say I don't care about, you know, people, because we supposed to love our neighbor. Real talk. We're supposed to love our brother and our sister. We ain't even supposed to laugh when our enemies fall either. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care about what nobody think about me at the end of the day. I uploaded 2 shorts today, and I don't care about what anyone thinks about it either. Real talk, because that is my life. That's my journey, and I do not mind sharing my experiences. For real. I used to always really sit back and worry about what people think about me so much, to the point where I felt it kind of like ruining me a little bit. Because I'm like, man, I don't want to go out like this, or I don't want to look like this, because people will, well, these are strangers. Why do you care about how they look at your shoes? These are strangers. Why do you care if they find out that you ain't working? Why is it anybody's business? They're not going to contribute to your issues. Real talk, people always got their mouth and they want to run it. And they want to talk about how you should live your life. They want to talk about how you should, walk on your journey. Whole time they wouldn't even walk a mile in your shoes. Whole time they wouldn't even help you with nothing that you got going on. Nothing. You said real is rare. It is, especially in today's time. And I really appreciate the real ones out there. I really do. I would have never thought in my lifetime that I would be saying how much I appreciate normal people, how much I appreciate people with common sense, and how much I appreciate people that are strong believers. Real talk. I literally would have never thought in my life that I would be saying something like that. I would have never thought that I would be saying that people are weird as hell. Seriously. Yeah, I promise you find peace in your life when you don't give a damn what nobody think about you anymore. I promise you, it got to sometimes we have to fall on our face so hard until we really realize what life is really about. And I found out in my early 20s, in my mid 20s, I had to fall so hard on my face. And while I was down, I realized everything. So I picked myself back up and I started working on myself piece by piece. I started being a lot more patient with myself. I started understanding life a lot more. Real talk. Sometimes and then I started to say, you know what? I don't care about what nobody think about me. And I promise you, I'm going to live my life, the rest of my life, that exact way. I said, thank you, God, for helping me to finally realize everything. So I promise you, when you start realizing everything, you really got to sit back and say, thank you, God, because there's other people out here that wouldn't even fall on they wouldn't even think to get back up, dust themselves off, and fix themselves from there. It's like, nah, I'm going to fall hard and I'm going to crash out at some point. Forget all that. Yeah, he will break you down to build you up. I'm telling you, I am a walking testimony right now. I'm still going through it right now. But guess what? It ain't breaking me all the way down because I'm very strong. You know what I'm saying? I've been through worse. The system taking my children away from me, yes, it did. It definitely hurt for a while, but I eventually found myself through all of that. So I do appreciate y'all for making different obstacles for me. Even though you know that you're not supposed to, what you fail to realize is it's really helping me. And it's really showing me how the system really operates and gets down. It's really showing me how at some point the system will be exposed. Real talk. We talking CPS. Because I never knew how corrupt CPS really was. So I appreciate going through this because I do feel like God is using me to be able to speak out about it. I do appreciate it because it has actually helped me to become a 100% way better mother. Real talk. Y'all don't even know what y'all did to me. Y'all just really made a strong woman. That's all you did. But I just want to let you know, like, look, I've been through worse. Real talk. I've been through worse. Doesn't mean that I don't love my children, because I still do. But sometimes you got to be grateful for what you go through. And grateful for what you get through. And grateful that you are able to walk through the fire. And come out with a little burns and scrapes and stuff, you know, which is your trauma. But you able to still live your life through knowing that you had to experience some damn trauma in your life. You can still fix yourself. Literally, I'm just grateful. Real talk. People just don't even understand how grateful I am to be here, to tell my story, to not be locked behind bars. And I'm telling you, man, I came from a very painful relationship as well. You know, being with a person for 9.5 years and having to endure a lot of things in that relationship. And to be I came out that relationship, got into another one years later, and man, amazing, terrific relationship. Real talk. But anyway, we gonna get started on this video, man. Look at me, I'm going overtime. Like I said, this is my video I made 4 months ago. The name of this is The Breakdown of Weird People in 2025.
Back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about weird people of 2025 and overall just weird people. So make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that sub button, and stick with me. I know that unfortunately I might ruffle a few feathers or I might upset a few people.
I didn't even know I was this low.
And it might be the actual weirdos, you know, that's going to feel some type of way about this subject. But I just got to get it out there, because I'm sure there is like actual, real, so-called ordinary but normal people like me out there that is experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing. So stick with me. Weirdos, where do I start? Where do I start? The list goes on, and people have become so weird that they don't even know that they're scary people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a scary sight to see them being weirdos. Like, real talk. By the way, I fear no other than the Most High God. That's the only person that I fear. I don't fear anybody. But it's like the people that we're dealing with in today's time, it reminded me of something out of a movie scene or a movie series or something like that. So I did go live last night, and I kind of like hit this topic yesterday, but not full throttle. Like, I didn't go in for the kill, for real, you know. I only spent probably under 13 minutes on that live stream because, again, people don't engage, and it's fine, it's cool. I just would rather post my videos, talk about it, and then go back to my live streams. So I touched this.
They will literally sit there and watch you all that time without saying anything at all. I mean, my thing is, if you still in the live stream and it's been 5 minutes, you still ain't gonna say nothing, not even a hey, you know, I'm here just listening. People will literally just stop by, watch you, and listen to you, and pick out certain things that you say so that they can disagree with. But, you know, shout out to the people that really stop back to actually listen to what I be saying. But I just want to let you know, it's okay to say, hey, I'm here just listening. I mean, you've been listening for a whole hour and you ain't gonna say nothing? That's kind of weird. That's very weird.
Topic yesterday, and I said that, you know,
as time goes on and as the birth pains, you know, are more excruciating, this world, as the birth pains become more excruciating, more intense, this world is going to become a lot more wicked.
Yep.
And a lot more weird and creepy at the same time. Think about it. You got these politicians that's in office that are weirdos.
I mean, nothing that you say can really affect me. Maybe you should rewind my live stream when I just said that I don't care what anybody thinks about me. So yeah, that part.
Pedos and creeps. You know what I'm saying? And then,
because guess what? I don't care about being broke financially, to be honest, because I'm actually rich in spirit. And the good people, we rich in spirit. So thank you for your comment.
And they can't help themselves, so they end up showing it. The face of the United States of America, which is obviously Donald Trump, is coming out that he's a creep. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out. And you got to think about the rest of America and the creeps and the pedos and the weirdos that are incarcerated for the most weirdest, creepiest things. You know what I'm saying? People are weird. People are weird. So when you think about it that way and you see these things, right? You see the facts in front of you because all you got to do is pull it up on Google, okay? So let's not sit here and act like these things aren't happening right in front of our faces once again. Because a lot of people still want to keep the blindfolds on. Let's not act like last year we weren't talking about aliens and UFOs. So would I be wrong if I hit this topic very hard to the point where I started speaking about reptilians underneath human skin?
Because let's not forget, we was talking about that too.
Would that be a crazy topic to talk about? Because let's not forget that at once upon a time across the internet, everybody was talking about that as well. So it's so many things in place to distract you guys that's weird, you know?
That's crazy because I was just talking about that.
Let's not act like none of these topics were viral at once upon a time. Let's not act like these topics don't pop up in your head from time to time if you think outside the box. But to be honest, you know, you have witnesses that has came forward in the past and they talked about these things, okay? They talked about their sightings and, you know, how they were placed in dangerous situations and whatnot, you know, with the reptilians. So everybody else look at it as like a conspiracy, unfortunately, and then you got some people that has actually witnessed and saw these things, you know. The news media's job is to portray the image in their own kind of way. They want to make people out to be like these psychotic or, you know, a person that's just making claims or assumptions or whatever the case may be. Like, even though they see the facts, they take it as a joke. They even will go as far as to using cartoons and making it into a series talking about the end of the world and cracking jokes and, you know, all of these comedies. And like, seriously, they have an actual cartoon series. I don't know if they took it off of Netflix yet or not, but they have an actual cartoon series where they made, you know, comedy pretty much out of talking about reptilians, shapeshifters, and things like that in that cartoon series. Some of you guys may know what I'm talking about, but honestly, I didn't watch the whole thing. I would just watch clips of it on YouTube or whatever. And I actually sent one to my husband this morning. So overall, where I'm getting at is this should not be too much of a weird topic for you. If it is, keep on your blindfold and just move on, because obviously you will never wake up to the truth. We gotta understand that the times that we're living in, it's crazy times. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would have ever expected airplanes to fall out of the sky in the beginning of 2025. Let's not act like when 2020 was expected to come, everybody was thinking, wow, this is going to be a futuristic year, you know, everything is going to be fun, you know, so much progression, positively. Everybody was in that mindset of thinking that, you know, so much positivity, so much futuristic, so many futuristic things to come. Unfortunately, it did not turn out that way. We never would have expected a pandemic to hit, like I stated before. And honestly, to be honest, like I said before, I'm so grateful for that happening because it really opened up my eyes to see so many different things and see things.
And I just gotta say, man, I'm grateful that happened, you know, to the world in 2020 because, man, it helped me to take the blindfold off. You know, I was trapped in the matrix for a very long time and I didn't even know it. I had questions, real talk. I had questioned what are we doing? I questioned it a lot in my life because I started to realize that, damn, I can't keep a job for nothing because I'm different from everybody else. I literally don't kiss ass. And people used to say that, oh, you need to suck it up and, you know, kiss ass so you can keep your job. They really used to say that to me. And I'm like, man, I'm different, bro. I'm not like y'all. You know, I'm not going to keep working a job that I don't want to be at. For real. I realized all of that before 2020 hit. That's why I could never really keep a job all the time because I refuse to be disrespected. I refuse. You're not going to disrespect me, and then when I try to make you hold some accountability, you don't want to, and you a grown-ass adult. Nah, that's over with. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, people call me lazy. They call me stuck up. They call me self-centered. They call me all of that. But guess what? I didn't care. Yeah, you say I always had a wonder to see what the fuck is life truly. Yeah, because it's like, what the fuck is we really doing? Seriously. What are we? What are we doing? Oh, I know what we doing. We are there moving pieces to the Monopoly game. That's all it is. You know, but it finally all clicked together in 2020. That's why I said I'm very grateful.
Differently. And I'm grateful for that. I am. I'm also grateful that I was a survivor and I can, you know, be able to tell my children who were born in that era, you know, of the pandemic, because I have, you know, a child that was born in that year of the pandemic, and then a year later I had another child, and then 2 years later I had another child. We can tell our children that we were survivors of that, you know, because there was a lot of lives, unfortunately, that was lost around that time. A lot of people lost their lives to that. It was a disaster, you know? So let's not act like that's not something that us as the people of this country have been through together, and other numerous countries have been through together. Let's not act like we're not survivors of that. Now, moving forward, the only horrible thing that I can say that a lot of people bow down to is getting a jab. People were afraid, and they felt like since they were so afraid, the only thing that can calm their fear is getting jabbed up and taking their children to get jabbed, thinking that this is going to be an amazing thing for them. And listening to the government was, you know, the right thing to do. And come to find out years later down the line, it actually wasn't, you know. they have revealed where it came from, where the virus originated from, after they played in the faces of the American people and people across these countries. After they played in your face, they in everything that you suspected in the first place and doubted in the first place, it actually came out that they were playing the whole time. You getting jabbed up and getting these things injected into your body thinking that it's helping you, but to be honest, the only thing that it's doing to you is making you worse off.
I'm telling you, every situation that we have had to encounter in this world, it will humble the hell out of you if you ain't already been humbled. And I say that, people was out here getting jabbed up and stuff like that because of the pandemic. And a lot of people started having bad reactions to it. Trust me, I had family that was having bad reactions to it. People getting the shingle shots and actually catching the damn shingles and stuff like that. Yeah, I have family, that I was trying to care for around that time that literally had that. They had COVID. They had, the shingles, the shots, and they ended up with the shingles afterwards. So it's like, then they turn around and say, man, I'm not getting those, vaccines no more, but they turn around and they still get it. And every time they get it, they complain about their body. And it's like, I watched it humble a lot of people, because people was ranting on about, remember that time when people started getting jabbed up and they started ranting about how, it gave them bad reactions. People was having rashes and stuff like that. Yeah. Look at the situation now. Inflation so high, people can't even, the people that swore up and down they was rich and they can afford going on vacations and doing this, that, and the third and celebrating all these different holidays, just sick.
Seriously. These chemicals and these things that they injected to your body, now you're finding out what it really is, and it's still in your eyes possibly a conspiracy because you're still blinded by the truth, You're not even understanding what you are evolving into. A lot of people are starting to cling closer to the Most High and get closer to God. But that one thing that they still have not come to terms with is something that they did to themselves in the year of 2021. And how, that horrific thing that everybody had to go through in 2020, they felt like the only thing to save them was to get jabbed up. And they still have not come to terms with that. They still have not come to terms with the fact that, they have wicked ways. They still have yet to come to terms with what's actually happening right now in front of their very eyes. Still. Just because you want to get closer to God, because of your fear of what's to come, it doesn't mean that technically you address the real issue within yourself, within yourself. People are like, oh God, please come, we're ready for you now. But they still have yet to address the things that's sitting deeper within. Like, for instance, their insecurities, their doubts, their worries, their fears, and things like that. And the person that they are overall, and how much of a bad person they really are overall. People don't even know still to this day that them getting jabbed up was actually what they called, if I'm not mistaken, I gotta make sure I do my research, y'all, the Luciferian.
The Luciferian.
I know that it had...
That's exactly what it was called. You know, the jab was actually called the Luciferian. That's what it was. And people was injecting that into their bodies and stuff, thinking that the Luciferian is going to help them. They said that it would take 3 to 5 years to take effect, and for people to actually show how truly demonic they really are. And I'm telling you, man, when I tell you, everybody that I pretty much know that took that jab is they are fighting real demons.
And a very bad mark on it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is coming from these corrupt officials that are in office. You gotta understand that. That in the Bible, it pretty much states that we're not supposed to put our trust in man. And people have failed to come to terms with that. They want to cling closer to the Most High because they fear what's to come. But yet and still, they have not addressed the fact that they trust in man. They idolize the government. Yep. They idolize these, these holidays and things like that. People have not come to terms and they have not addressed that. People still fail to get themselves together and turn their life around. And starting, it starts from within.
From within.
It starts from self-love. Mm-hmm. And the fact that people have failed to acknowledge that, it has created a universe of pretty much wicked human beings that live amongst us, mm-hmm. and weirdos,
there
and creeps, and
there you go. There you go. A lack of self-love has actually created a world full of not only just hate, but weirdos, creeps, pedos, real talk, because people don't love themselves at all.
When you fail to acknowledge these things about yourself, and when you fail to acknowledge the things that still sits from within, then how are you going to progress as a person? Let's be honest. This is why I see these weird people out here. Like, people are weird. People are weird. So let's start from here, right? Because we addressed all of that, right? So basically, all in all, now this, unfortunately, after everybody got jabbed up and they counted up the numbers and they made sure they got the right amount of numbers of the people that are actually jabbed up, they know what they have created. This is what they want before Agenda 2030 is completely set. You know what I'm saying? They need a world of brainwashed people. Do you know what's crazy? They really don't even have to chip us. They don't have to chip us. Because they know that what they've done is they already created a world full of brainwashed people.
Yep.
And it's sad. People still don't even know that they're brainwashed in some type of way. Yeah, you're starting to wake up and see that Trump is not for the people. He's all for himself. But at the same time, it's like you're still not waking up in other areas. Mm-hmm. Like, these other things are too busy catching your attention, which is like TikTok, which causes you to have a short attention span.
Yep.
Them allowing people to do shorts on Facebook and YouTube, and most importantly Instagram.
Mind you, I know that people do have a short attention span, and I know that people tend to have amnesia really fast. The name of this video is the breakdown, keyword, the breakdown of weird people in 2025. I am pretty much explaining from my point of view why I believe that people have become so weird. Why people are staring at you in public, why people are becoming so angry, immediately angry
extremely fast. Why people don't want nobody to tell them nothing. Like, I'm breaking all of that down. Anything that you feel like is weird from a person, this is pretty much why. But most importantly, like I said, is self-love. A lack of self-love.
And Snapchat and all of this, you know, it is creating a world full of people with short attention spans. And you would think that a child would be the one to have a short attention span. An infant would be the one to have a short attention span. But to think that it is...
Nah, I mean, kids do have a short attention spans, but they're like sponges. They soak up everything that you say. You know what I'm saying? And they repeat the things that you say. And with adults that have short attention spans, they just don't want to hear that. But they take in anything that they can turn around and make it into a negative. That's about it.
Actual adults that has short attention spans is crazy. You can't even hold a long conversation with a person. Hell, I can't even talk to y'all on here for an hour and get y'all to hear where I'm coming from.
Exactly.
Because within a matter of 10 minutes or less, you're ready to run away from the topic and immediately go straight into the Diddy trial and other like chaotic things that's going on right now. People are so weird that they see everything that's going on in front of their very eyes, but yet and still they want to keep on their blindfold.
Mm-hmm.
People are so weird that, you know, they turn everything into a debate with you. They turn everything into a conflict with you.
Yep.
People are so weird that they wake up in the morning ready for war. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a war going on in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even thinking about, oh my God, let me wake up, let me thank God for letting me see a brighter day, you know, giving me a fresh air to breathe, you know, making sure I got all of my senses and, you know, food in the house and a roof over my head. Like, people don't even wake up with that mindset. You feel me? Like, they wake up on BS. They wake up because you want to know why. It starts from within. And a lot of people have hate in their heart. And a lot of people got that hate just sitting there that's never going to be addressed, because these are the people that live amongst us, you know, evil, hateful, wicked beings that just don't want to be right. They don't want to be positive.
Yeah.
You know, they okay with waking up and not loving themselves. They okay with waking up and just, you know, feeling like they got the upper hand on things. Because a lot of these people also that wake up this way, they be set. You know what I'm saying? And when I say set, they have a consistent, good income coming in just like they want it. They have a nice big home. They got nice cars. They, you know,
and we're going to stop right there and we're going to finish the rest of this tomorrow. But yeah, they have, you know, people, they just feel like, man, I got all of this, but I'm just still not satisfied. I'm still not satisfied. Give me 1 second, y'all, because it ain't got so dark in here that, man. Yeah, so we back. Okay. Let's flip the camera. Being that we're done here. We are done here. You know, I had reached the 3-hour mark. I was really supposed to only go to 2 hours, and I kept saying 5 more minutes, you know, a few more minutes. But yeah, I can't wait to finish the rest of this video tomorrow. You know, people are set. They got everything that they need, and they are still ungrateful with life. Still, you know, people get way too greedy. I just seen the words greedy, so I had to say that. Yeah, people get way too greedy, and they are never satisfied with anything that they have at all. People become weird from a lack of self-love. And when you try to tell them about self-love, they don't want to hear that. You know, you talking crazy now. You talking crazy. They don't want to hear that. But nevertheless, y'all, we got to get up out of here. I appreciate Sleepy Montana. Really appreciate you. I saw that, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And if you ever want to become a mod or anything like that, let me know. You can comment on this video or any other videos. I am only interested in strong supporters, people that's been here, that's been following, that intends to keep following and supporting the channel. And I'm not talking about money wise, I'm talking about just engaging. You know what I'm saying? Like consistent engagement and just a real supporter. Because it's people that claim that they supporters and they really not. They just want to follow somebody. Real talk. And I just want to shout out to my husband as well. And everybody else that stopped by, came through, listened. People that didn't want to comment or whatever, at least you listened. Hopefully you got something out of it. I appreciate everybody. And honestly, tell your story. Tell what you're going through, because you can inspire somebody else. Because little do you know, whatever you're going through right now, you getting through it, because you're still able to maintain, you're still able to manage through it. Some of y'all don't even realize that, do y'all? Look back on everything that you've been through in your life and look at yourself now and see how far you got. The only reason why you got that far in the first place is because you was able to manage and maintain through it. People don't even realize that they really still had to accept things. You could say, nah, I ain't accept nothing all you want, but guess what? You ain't end up locked up, and you definitely ain't end up dead. So you got through it, didn't you? Exactly. I feel like people should be more appreciative of going through things in their life, because I am. I'm grateful for the bad and the good. Nevertheless, wake them folks up.